back to the wasteland, children of all ages. In our last episode of the adventures of Eric Creeksher, we came from the vault, discovered a few nice locations, including the Moonshiner's Shack. We looted the heck out of Gilman Lumber Mill. We went to the Wixon homestead, killed some Scorch, and went to the isolated cabin. Today, if the server cooperates, we're going to have our first visit to the Wayward, wreck some Brotherhood of Steel scouts over here, if somebody hasn't beat me to it, go to the Green Country Inn, placing our camp somewhere in this area along the way, loot the heck out of the inn, and go to Flatwoods to do the responder beginning quests there. From there, we will likely head over to the Voltec Farms. Ordinarily, I would continue the beginning story, but because there's a special event going on right now that I believe is going on all season long, the Nuka World Roadshow, I need to meander my way over here. I don't have many caps, and nobody has a camp in that area, so I'm probably going to have to hoof it. The best way for me to do that, I could go this way and follow this road around, past the Nuka-Cola bottling plant, past this amusement park, cut this way through this town, which I might do that, show you a nice spot to pick up a combat rifle here, and some power armor, and then follow my way down this way, discovering the Nuka World Roadshow and the train station over here. However, this is the ash heap. In the ash heap, you really want to have a gas mask, which I don't. I could manufacture a flight helmet, or instead of going around this way, I could take the road from Flatwoods up here, hop on the train tracks, or just fast travel to this camp. Either would do, if it's still there when I need it. Yes, I can afford to fast travel there. Discover the train station, go through the front of town to this firehouse and pick up a gas mask. Now from there, I could take this road to get to the roadshow, or I could double back through town and follow the roads and railroads to get where I need to show you that combat rifle and power armor pickup spot. I'll decide which one of those I'm going to do later, because for right now, my path is clear and it goes through the Wayward. Chadius Maximus here is in his power armor, and apparently dropping a gift. That is really nice of him.
You don't need to be afraid of Bessie. We got her at a discount since she was decommed. Only thing she puts down these days are piles of sheet metal.
Those are some nice plans in there. I tell you what. Chadius Maximus just did us a solid. When you're playing an open world, sometimes other players like Chadius will give you gifts, and it just is a really nice day when they do. Thank you very much, Chadius, wherever you went. I'm now going to go into the Wayward, get my pistol ready, and have a little fun. There's some stuff over here I'm going to loot, but I'll get to that after my conversations.
Lady, out.
This guy over here.
Sweetheart? Honey, you picked the wrong time to get a drink.
What are you? Hey! Who the hell are you?
This guy's just plain not nice.
Guy?
I told you it was gonna end badly. Now, I'm hoping you're here to have a drink and play nice. I've had a gun pointed at me more than enough for one day.
Now.
Well, not exactly the introduction to the wayward I would have hoped for. Well, sorry about that, darling. First round's on me. Name's Duchess. There's something I could do for you.
Oh boy, is there. I'm going to fast forward through most of this conversation because it really is the same every time. And you can enjoy all the dialogue options at your leisure.
Overseer, huh? My people found a tape she left behind for one of her... I'm happy to... Just agreeing to lend us... See? That... But I want him to be the last. Normally, I'd send my people out to clean house. But I'm willing to pay good money if you... So, what do you say?
So basically, I sped through the options, asking about the Overseer. She said she's got a holotape from her that was found nearby, and she wants me to take care of these thugs so they don't keep bothering her because her hired muscle is nowhere to be found. Of course I'm going to help because, well, the quest stalls if I don't.
That's what I was hoping. So, the details. Now, each of these boys came in asking after... How would you grab the attention of a bunch of single-minded thugs?
I always pick Salisbury steak because, come on, Salisbury steak is awesome.
Not sure I've got enough on hand, unfortunately. No. We're gonna draw them in by making them think you're Crane. Just give me 1 second.
Now, after she draws up these schematics,
Okay,
the guy in the corner, Mort,
I just want you to know, architecture ain't exactly my forte.
For crafting things.
Huh, not half bad.
We don't need it.
So what I've chicken scratched together here for you is the schematic for one custom-made Crane Treasure Hunting Inc. sign. If I did, you just need to build it. They did teach you all how... That's the spirit.
Hey, if you need a refresher, good old...
What are you on about, Mordecai?
Hey, nah, I'm not bragging or...
Oh, Mort, not the... Well, of course you're gonna need material. Throw some rations in there, too, so you don't... And so you know. Who knows? Now, you ready to get this show on the road?
Now, remember, when I made this character, I started by upping charisma to 2. It already got me extra weapons next to the vault, dealing with a couple of wastelanders. Now, I have the option to use that to get paid more for this endeavor.
It is a lot to ask. Fine. I could do 75, but that's as high as I'll go. Hot dog. Be good to have those dolts. Just make sure once you find... And here. Sounds like she set up that camp across the... Probably worth looking into.
Now, as you can see, I leveled up to 4th level, unlocking something on the scoreboard. So we're going to check that out real quick. I'm also going to check the atomic shop for any freebies I might be able to get. Gift wrap. With that, at certain types of workbenches, I can't remember if it's chemistry or tinker, you can make a holiday gift. Then you can give it to somebody. You might be able to keep it yourself and open it and get the stuff inside. I actually got 2 things. I have no idea what these stamps are good for, so I'm going to inspect them. I'm not sure who Giuseppe is, but I'd imagine I'm going to find out at some point. Now, to level up, I've got some perk card packs to open. You get those at certain levels. I'm going to increase perception to better my concentrated fire. Merge the cards for a higher level one. Now these cards, I could equip them now, but I'm actually going to scrap them because none of them are ones I actually want to use. I'm going to do other things with cards in the future in those slots, and they really aren't going to get me a whole lot that I need. Whereas having those perk coins from scrapping them will help me when it comes time to select legendary perks. It says I have 2 slots already. I don't know if that's actually going to work. I thought you didn't get those until higher level, but I'm going to give it a shot. There are 2 legendary perks that I always get. Ammo Factory, when combined with the Ammo Smith perk, can get you up to 400% of the ammo you would ordinarily craft. I would be a fool not to take it. I also like Master Infiltrator. Helps me with unlocking locks and terminals. In addition, you can auto-unlock whatever skill level terminals or locks you have the perk for. So you get a +3 to your lockpick and hacking skills. That means I could basically work my way through unlocking any terminal or lock with this perk. By raising it to higher levels, I can auto-unlock higher level locks. Or, if I have skills with lockpicking, that might help as well. Now, in the future, I'm going to get legendary perception and legendary agility for this build to improve my skills and action points. The last 2 ones I get, I have not decided. But it will take many levels, we're talking 300 or 400 levels, to get all 6 legendary perk slots filled and increase all the legendary perks that I get to 4th level for maximum benefit. Now that Duchess and I are on good terms, I'm going to loot the heck out of her place. More duct tape, always useful. And that desk fan will give us a screw that we can use to modify weapons. Okay. Now I've gotten most everything I want from this location. I could get that ashtray and that rusty canister, but it's not a big deal. Somebody launched a nuke. I'm in an area where they cannot target, but it could affect my plans on where I'm going to go. They actually targeted the ash heap.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience.
Well, that's problematic.
Thank you for your cooperation.
That is highly problematic. That means I'm not going to be able to take the route I wanted to coming through this way because it goes right through the blast zone, which I will not be able to survive without powered armor. I could take these train tracks, but that leads me through an event called BattleBot. There are various robots in the wasteland. Some are weak, some are strong. The weakest I've seen are iBots. Look like little round metal basketballs with antennas. They're not very tough. Then you have variations of Mr. Handies, like Mr. Farmhand, Mr. Handy. Mr. Gutsy is a little bit tougher. The Protectrons are about as tough as a Mr. Gutsy. The Assaultron is the stuff of nightmares, in my opinion. I have such a hard time with those. They can be defeated, but it's not easy. And then there are Sentry Bots. They're up there with Assaultrons. Massive firepower and tough to kill. And there's one that roams in an event in this area that I really don't want to mess with. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. For right now, I'm going to listen to the Overseer's holotape that Duchess gave me, and go to the Overseer's camp. Then we'll head down the road towards Flatwoods.
Overseer's log, south of Vault 76. I knew this wasn't going to be the Appalachia I remembered, but mutated animals, haywire bots, and no people so far. We have to be ready to rebuild in what I can confirm is hostile territory. Fortunately, Vault Tech was prepared. You see this? The cooking station, the stash box, the workbenches, all built with the camp. You need a home base out there. The construction and assembly mobile platform is designed to give you one. Just add resources, planning, and a little elbow grease. When you move your camp, everything you've built is stored, ready to be placed back down in the new area. Use this to establish a foothold whenever you're in unfamiliar territory. I've left my camp behind so you can use it. I know I'm breaking my own advice by not taking it with me. But after seeing Appalachia for myself, I need to make sure every resident of 76 has a safe haven they can start from. I'll make do without it. If it's still standing, the town of Flatwoods is further down this road. Find me there. This is the Overseer, signing off.
Now, a moment ago, somebody launched a nuke. That's going to play havoc with my travel plans, because without powered armor, I cannot go through here. And I don't want to take these railroad tracks outside the nuke zone, because there's a very tough robot called a Sentry Bot that has an event that spawns in there. So I'm not going to go that way. I'll see what things are looking like a little bit later. But for right now, I do still have to do some things at the Overseer's camp. Hit the Green Country Inn, or Lodge, whatever it's called. Go through Flatwoods, and I want to stop at the Voltec farm. Along the way, I'm going to find a spot to set up a camp. The first thing I'm going to do is, you can see how I've got these miscellaneous missions. I'm not going to do the thing with the key yet. We discussed that in the last one. It's way up in the upper left of the map that I'll take care of after I go to West Virginia Lumber. But I want to place a camp, I want to craft a piece of armor, and I want to craft a weapon while I am here, and I have some scrap that I need to break down. I currently have leather legs, right and left, and a leather chest piece, so I need leather arms. The first time you come to this camp, a lot of times there's a thing of meat there, but there's not this time. Bummer. But I can take that knife to be broken down and scrapped. And the first time you come here, there's usually a lot of stuff in here. So I'm going to grab that first. Then I'm going to turn around, because that thing of meat isn't here. I'm not going to stop to cook it, because I don't have it. I'm going to go over to that red toolbox. First time you come here, there's usually a lot of stuff in it. Subsequent visits, there might be something in there, but it won't be a lot. Not anywhere near as good as this, but it's still something. I'm going to grab the ball peen hammer, the tape, and I'm going to read this plan for the metal bed. It's the first real bed, other than a sleeping bag on the ground, that you can get the plan for, and you can always get the plan here. Now I'm going to go to this weapons workbench and scrap a bunch of stuff. Scrap the weapons separately, the transmitter parts and workbench parts. And then get out of this menu. For that quest, I need to craft a weapon. I've got all the firearms I need at this level, so I'm just going to make a board. Then I'm going to go to the modify menu and scrap it. because I don't need it. I just wanted to clear that miscellaneous quest. Now a piece of armor. I need a right arm and a right leg, so I'm going to go to the armor workbench and craft them. I do not like the way that backpack looks, so I'm going to do something about that in a moment. Modify menu, go to the small backpack because I've unlocked in previous seasons various cosmetic skins for backpacks. So we're done with that. As you can see, I gained some experience for crafting. I'll pull out my pipe revolver because I'm about to get into some trouble. And I am going to equip this armor that I just made. Going to go to photo mode, and in photo mode, as you can see, already my character is looking like he is in much better shape to take on the wasteland. Go back into crouched sneaking mode, make a left turn to go down the road to Flatwoods. There are a few encounters we can have on this road. There's a Brotherhood of Steel roadblock up ahead that can have 2 Brotherhood of Steel members if somebody else hasn't already killed them. If they're alive, and it looks like they are, I'm going to fight them and wreck them. Because
killing ghouls for a roof over my head sounds like a good trade to me.
Now these guys start out as friendly, so bats will not work until I take a shot at them. So I'm going to take careful aim.
Scientist soldier, huh? I like the sound of that. Oh, crap! I hope that knight's watching this!
This is a fight you didn't want to pick. Ugh, I'm wounded!
Of course you are. That's the idea.
Ah! Ow, my arm! You really think you're gonna win this?
Reload and go see what I got. 45 caliber rounds, a short pipe revolver rifle. That's a good deal if it is of a level that I can use. It is. It's close to breaking, but I can use it. The accuracy is better than my pistol, but I'm going to stick with the pistol until I can modify that rifle. I am, however, going to go into notes in the inventory and unlock some of those plans, not all. After I build a camp, some of these I'm going to sell. That is a real winner. It will increase my carrying capacity by 5 pounds for each leather limb I add a pocket to. Okay. Now the other encounters we can have on this road is a Mr. Farmhand robot that sometimes will be hostile unless a quest at Vaultec Farms has been done by somebody. It is hostile. But if that quest at Vaultec Farms is done, it will not be hostile. But since it is, we're gonna have to fight it.
Recycling.
A lot of times there are also some mongrels, some wild dogs up ahead that will try to kill us. So it's best for us to be ready for that, but this right now I kind of like as an area to set up my camp. I think I'm far enough away from everything. I am. So I'm going to get back off the road a little bit. To where the area I can build in, you can see by that green halo dome, just barely goes across the street. I'm going to place my camp and open the building menu. First thing I want to build, under quest items, is that sign. You don't want to build a bunch of other stuff first and forget to build the sign, because then when you need the sign for the quest, you're going to have to go scrounging for materials to build it.
Broadcast tapes issued. Please deposit data tape into any relay system terminal. Target marked.
Now, one thing you can do once you've placed your camp, you can go into the Modify menu. On a computer, that's by pressing Tab, and you can move and modify things. You can actually move the camp platform to a better location, which I'm going to do right now. Put it right here next to the road. Actually, I'll put it across the street next to the sign. This way I can always find it when I need to repair things. Now I'm going to go back. I've got one foundation placed. This is going to be a very simple, bare bones, no frills camp that I'm going to be making right here. 6 foundations set up to form a rectangle. This camp design is all you really need at the beginning. You're not going to have a lot of plans to start out, so you don't really need to be fancy. Now, you could do this with any walls, roofs, stairs, floors, if you have them unlocked. But you can also do it with absolute basic bare bones materials that everybody has at the beginning. Throw some stairs right there. And another set of stairs. Now I'm going to go to walls. Now I could do this with the walls you start with. There we go. Because it really does have everything you need. Basic shack walls, one with a doorway, one with a window. That's all you need. So I'm going to set up one doorway in the middle. A plain wall next to that in the corner. Another one here. And here, I'm going to try and get it to where the inside is facing me. Then, let's see, how's this going to work? I need to back up a little bit. There we go. I want a wall there. No. Turn around. There we go. And then I'm going to get myself inside of this little space I've created. Turn around so I can place a wall right there connecting those two. And I'm going to put a little window you can open. Going to go outside of that room and up these stairs. And place another wall right here with a door. I'm going to go to the half wall and put one up here and here. Then I'm going to go inside this room because it'll be easier. And I am going to place this because it goes up and connects to the half wall and then slopes down. I'm going to turn around and place another one here. Go back to the front. Go inside this room. And you see how if I try to do this one, it's the wrong way? Because I want the inside to go this way. I'm going to go to roofs. A simple roof here. Just slanted. That is a base roof that everybody has at the start of the game. You don't need any plans. You don't need Fallout first. You have that. Now I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to keep rotating this until it lines up correctly. And there we go. This room is done. I know I'm doing a lot of back and forth from room to room, but I really have to get this done properly. Now, when I get the vault utility room shelter, most of my workbenches are going to go in there. In the meantime, the only one I'm going to build out here is a cooking station, and when I get the plans, a chemistry station. Now, because of various unlocks I have had in the past during seasons on the scoreboard, and Fallout First, I have a lot of plans that you would not. I'm not going to use them at this time except for wallpaper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to beds. And I'm going to use the bed for the plan that we got at the Overseer's camp. Oops. That was supposed to happen. Accidentally pressed the wrong key. Now I'm going to back up as far as I can in this room until it shows green. I'm going to turn it until it's about at the angle that I want, and place it as close to the corner as I can. Now, remember how I said you don't want to sleep in a sleeping bag because you can get diseases? Well, if you don't, I just said it. But, just to make our bed look nicer, I'm going to put a sleeping bag on top of it. Because I can. Because your Wastelander deserves comfort. I will now place a standard stash box in the corner. That's all you need in here. Because I have wallpaper, I'm going to do some wallpaper in this room. Because right now it looks absolutely atrocious. No, I don't like that. Bingo. Still kind of has that rustic camp vibe. But this is merely cosmetic. It does not affect the functionality of your cabin at all. Now, I'm going to put some doors. Ordinarily, we would be using these because that's what you start with. However, that guy did me a solid and gave me these painted wooden doors. So I'm going to use them. This room over here, I'm eventually going to turn into like a bathroom. I don't have all the materials, and at the beginning you don't have all the plans for it anyway. So I'm not going to do it right now, but I will do it eventually as an example of what you can do to make this place look nice. I'm going to go to Defenses and select Defense. And that is a nice looking camp. Now we could light up that sign across the street with a generator if we wanted to, but I don't want to. I'm going to... What the... That robot respawned. No? Okay. You wanted to die? You're dead. Fusion cells and lead scrap. Outstanding. And that brings me back to what I was about to do anyway. Turrets and traps. I've got 2 circuitry. Do I need circuitry for a generator? I do not. Outstanding.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
A pair of turrets. I'm going to put one along the road here. And another one along the road over here. This will give them good fields of fire. If enemies attack my camp. I don't like these tires in my way. I really don't. Eventually, I am going to place two behind my cabin as well. This will be a better field of fire. Now I'm going to go back to generators. Now with a small generator, which you start with the plans for, you can generate 3 units of electricity. I have the cosmetic for this, which is much quieter, so I like to use this instead. I could build 2 generators side by side, or with these I can stack them on top of each other and connect them. I need to move these over a little bit. For some reason, it's saying that it's intersecting with an object. The wire might be hitting those stairs. Much better. Now, I will build the vendor. Problem is this vendor is might be a little bit too wide. It might not want to fit here. We'll find out. I'm going to move these generators over some more. Now in this case, because I have them connected, I can just pick up the stack and just move the whole thing. So I should be able to. Why is it not letting me? Eventually, I'm going to put a power connector on the wall about there where they're meeting, because that way I can run light bulbs into both rooms. But I don't need that right now. It really doesn't matter. I've got my vendor powered. So now I can sell things that I don't want. In this case, a lot of the stuff that I have to sell, most people aren't going to want, except some of these plans. Now, we have everything built. Most importantly, we built that sign first, so we don't run out of materials and have to scrounge a bunch to build a sign. We've got a turret, which, if I run into those mongrels up here, I can backpedal. And the turret will help me fight them. So I'm actually going to go out of stealth. I want them to see me and to chase me. For some reason, the bugger's not chasing me. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. And you can see, now it's dead. The turret took it out. Looks like there was only one when there's usually three. So I'm guessing somebody took him out already. We're almost to the Green Country Inn or Green Country Lodge, whatever it's called. There's a possibility of 3 mole rats here. And one other critter. Made level 5. Now I'm going to take pick lock. Improve my lockpicking abilities. possum. And a rat roach that we can encounter here. Which, before you pick up mutations, or if you pick up carnivore instead of herbivore, you don't have a choice, it's random.
We really need to clean up around here.
These critters are good to make food to eat. Okay, this is disappointing. Somebody's already looted this place. But they missed this one. These weights. You can scrap for lead to make ammunition.
We really need to clean up around here.
This guy usually has a bench. They missed some. They got the ones on the floor. But they missed these over here too. So we'll get something out of it. There's a few things.
It's just about time to eat.
But I'm not going to bother with that right now. At this point, I am way overloaded, so it's not going to let me sprint. I need to get to the workbench in Flatwoods. There's actually several, but the first is going to be a weapons workbench at one of those buildings straight ahead. Discovered Flatwoods, so we can fast travel there when we are not overloaded, although that does cost caps depending on how far you are. The farther you are, the more it will cost. This building right here has a workbench, and there are some items that we can loot to break down for scrap. Sometimes there's a bobby pin box here. No such luck today. now I'm gonna see if I have enough materials to improve that pipe revolver rifle. I do. Also going to repair it. And I have a couple of repair kits. I could use raw materials from the workbenches, but if I have repair kits, I will use those. Now, the long pipe revolver that I've been using, I'm going to scrap. I will equip the pipe revolver rifle. As you can see, I've got a pipe bolt action. I don't like where this pistol is, so I'm actually going to use that to move it. I'm going to put the pipe bolt action here, because I don't need that weapon. I've got a hunting rifle. That's going to let me move that pipe pistol over here. Now I'll just go back to the workbench. And scrap that bolt action pistol that I don't want. Now we're at the town of Flatwoods, where we can do responder training. That is necessary to keep the quest line going. We will be doing that in our next video. So, at this time, I will bid you all good day and happy hunting in the wasteland.